Namaste, how are you today this morning? Good? You seem not to have slept well. Yes, okay, fine. Today we are going to discuss and learn the Tanjore Marathas and their contribution, or what kind of dance was there during the Maratha dynasty in Tanjore. The Tanjore entered into another epoch-making stage in its cultural history when Ekoji was succeeded by Sahaji in 1684 AD. Of the Maratha dynasty of the Tanjore, it lasted about 676 years. They had wealthy people to rule over and a rich province to support them. In Tanjore, the period of economic dislocation and political fragmentation were simultaneously seen and were not characterized by cultural crisis. In spite of everything, there was a continuity in the field of culture. If the Nayaka period is the first stage in cultural fluorescence, necessarily the Maratha period is the second stage of the phenomenon. In the Nayak period, there was an expanding agrarian economy, growing trade and cultural growth. The real process of perfection of this cultural production is witnessed under the Maratha rulers of the Tanjore. Thus, there was a powerful cultural continuity. Though the economy of the Maratha period shows a declining trend, Maratha court culture assumed the pleasing burden of the Nayak culture, and the king was still identified as the avatar or the incarnation. Though in this period, the king who was personified as Rama was turned into Shiva. The courtesans still continued to sing padams, celebrating the king as the hero, god and the lover. The king even composed Telugu dance dramas for the court in a striking assimilation of cultural medium with the conceptual contents. But the Maratha rulers could spend much less on these than his Nayak predecessor, since the political scene was almost on the edge of bankruptcy and crisis. Cultural energies that were conserved are more powerful than the economic ties that they reasserted themselves with greater vigor. Very few literary works on dance were written during this period. Many new items in the dance were introduced and extensive performances were organized. The artist followed a strict discipline of Gurukula system, by which the technique of dance was concentrated more on oral and practical aspects. This tradition was passed on to the generation of artists. Ekoji established the Maratha Empire in Tanjore as back as 1676 to 1684. He was a renowned scholar in Sanskrit and Telugu. He wrote the Dvipada Ramayana in Telugu. He also encouraged arts and culture, just like the previous Nayakas. Shahaji too ruled between 1684 to 1712, and he ascended the throne when he was very young. He was a scholar in Sangeet and Sahitya and a linguist. He wrote works in Sanskrit which are available: Chandrasekhara Vilasa, Shabdartha Samanvaya, Shabdartha Sangraha, Sringara Manjari. He also wrote a Tamil drama called Vishnu Saharaja Vilasin. The script available is written in Telugu. Many Tamil natakams like Manuniti, Nala Prahlada, Meenakshi Kalyanam, Harishchandra were enacted by Tamil artists in his court. Now we come to Sarfoji I. That was his rule was 1712 to 1728. He succeeded his brother and continued to maintain the cultural tradition. He gifted a village, Saraboji Rajapuram, to eminent scholars. When Sarfoji died at the age of 53, his youngest brother Tulaja I ascended the throne in 1728 and ruled for a short time till 1736. He inherited the throne. He is remembered as a linguist and a scholar. He wrote Sangeeta Saramritam, which deals with rasas and melas that were vogue in his period. He promoted lots of padams, darus and swarajatis. He donated liberal gifts to the scholars, musicians, dancers and poets. Apart from Carnatic music, he gave scope for Hindustani musicians in his court. He strengthened Maharashtrian traditions of bhajans and kirtans. He composed a Telugu dance drama, Shivakami Sundari Parinayam, in Yakshagana style. The darus and shlokas are excellent in this dance drama. He also composed a Sanskrit Nataka titled Raja Ranjana Vidya Vilasa Nataka. The darus, dvipadas, all reveal his mastery over music. Beside this work on music, Tulaja wrote the many Sanskrit works on dance and medicine. Nataya Vedagamamam, Dhanvantri Vilasa, Dhanvantri Sara Nidhi. The distinguished Tamil composer Arunachal Kavi and Marimuthu Pillai were his contemporaries. Ekoji II ruled from 1736 to 37. He came to throne when he was 40 years and ruled for only a year and he died. His brother Sayaji ruled till the end of 1738, just 1 year old, and then passed it on to Pratapa-Simha. He is ranked with the eminent scholars of his time. He composed 85 padams in the category of Niti Padam, Shringara Padam, Bhakti Kirtans and Marathi Padams. Pratapa-Sinha ruled from 1739 to 1763 AD. He was the son of Tulaja I and came to throne in a very confused political atmosphere and anarchy. He was a great ruler of the Maratha period. He was also a scholar and wrote many pradams, as we saw earlier, as well as some plays. He composed plays in Marathi, 12 plays in Marathi, selecting themes from the Puranas. The musical form Tarana from north was popular in his court as Tilana. His court musician Melatur Veerabhadraya was the pioneer in introducing this Tilana. He was a follower of Advaita philosophy. On Pratap-Simha's death, Tulaja II ascended the throne and he ascended the Tanjavur throne in 1763 and ruled till 1787. Like his predecessor, he was also competent in literature, music, dance and poetry. He was also proficient in playing veena. His court was filled with the galaxy of musicians and dancers. According to Tulaja II's wishes, after his demise, Amar Singh ruled over Tanjore till Tulaja's son Sarfoji II attained the power of governing. So, Amar Singh ruled from 1787 to 1798, almost 10 years, more than 10 years. After crowning Sarfoji II on the Tanjore throne, he moved to Madhyarganj and set a small course. He encouraged musicians and dancers in their innovative works. Gopala Krishna Bharati was a contemporary of Amar Singh. He wrote songs and dramas in Marathi. Sarfoji too, from 1798 to 1832, a long rule. Like his uncle, honored scholars, composers, musicians and dancers. Sarfoji too established the Saraswati Mahal Library at Tanjavur with his own collection of books and palm leaf manuscripts. The archives will speak for generations of the excellent patronage and contribution of the kings of the two dynasties which ruled over Tanjore. Shivaji too, from 1832 to 1855, was the last emperor of the Maratha dynasty at Tanjore. Like his predecessors, he showed great interest in the development of literature and culture, especially in the growth of Tamil language and Tamil compositions. The Maratha rule offered a peaceful atmosphere for the art to grow and nourish, which reached the highest point. They left behind for generations a scientific base for music and dance traditions transcending the barriers of language. There are many dance dramas and yakshaganas available during of this period from which the technique of performing these items can be traced. The artist followed the grammar from already existing dance texts and tradition of the Gurukul system. The literary texts that are available are Sahendra Vilasam of Sridhar Ayyaval, Sangeet Saramrita of Tulaja, Rukmangatha Charita of Venkatagiri, Abhinaya Darpana of Venkatagiri, and Sangeeta Sampradaya Pradarshini of Subbarama Dikshidhar. King Sahaji, also, who was conferred the title Abhinava Bhoja, was a great patron of art and letters. A perusal of Sahaji's works on Sangeeta shows that music and dance had reached a high level of excellence. Sahaji was a great scholar in Sangeeta and Sahitya. He patronized distinguished composers of padas, yakshaganas and dramatic works and made Tanjore the seat of pada Sahitya. He was the author of a number of works on drama, poetry, prabandha, pada and the scientific work on raga lakshanas. Of about 20 such literary production, only the music of Shankara Palaki Seva Prabandham is traceable today. The four famous prabandhas of Shahaji are Vishnu Palaki Seva Prabandham, Shankara Palaki Seva Prabandham, Pancharatna Prabandha and Tyagaraja Vinoda Chitra Prabandha. These are prabandhas, natakas with beautiful padas in Rakti ragas and Gana ragas depicting bhakti, shringara and vairagya themes. Padas of such themes, collectively called Tyagesha padas, are in Sanskrit, Marathi and Telugu languages. This collection of padas are classified as Bhakti Bhava, Vairagya Shringara, Hashva padas, Niti Padamulu and Mangala Mulu. The padas of Shahaji, so far identified and available, reveal his mastery over the languages and his deep scholarship in music and Sahitya. An important landmark cognizable during the reign of Shahaji is the musical opera known as Geya Natakas. The birth of Geya Natakas bring in new vistas to many musical forms. For example, the four prabandhas Shankara Palaki Seva, Vishnu Palaki Seva,
Pancharatna Tyagaraja Vinod Chitra represent a new class where the dramatic, literary, music and dance elements are happily blended. It is clearly evident that Shahaji was the innovator of a new variety of Prabandha compositions to highlight musical and dance significance. Raghunatha Nayaka's work like Valmiki Charitam and Raghunatha Ramaya were also examples of Prabandhas. But Shahaji combined together the tradition of literary Prabandha and the Yakshagana tradition. He created a fusion of the two and produced what are known as Drashya Kavyas, a harmonious blending of Sanskrit and Telugu with plenty of scope for dance, both in its nritta and nritya aspects are found in this Drashya Kavyas. Shahaji conveys a dramatic story through song, dialogue, abhinay and nritta in these dramas.
The Palki Seva Prabandham is one of the earliest Geya Nataka in Telugu. The opera is developed around the presiding deity of Tiruvarur Tyageshar. The rhythmic movements of palanquin bearers are described in this opera. It is admirable that a Maratha king had such a fine command over the Telugu language. Yes, in Telugu. There are 22 darus and varieties of musical forms like Churnika, Kandapadya, Sheshapadya, Utpalamala, Champakamala and Dvipada. These serve as connecting links to the chain of events. The darus contain Swarna Mamudra of Shahaji. His conception of the whole idea is splendid, and it is very pleasant to note that Shahaji describing the goddess as Sangeet Rasika. It was a custom of the palanquin bearers to sing the Palaki Seva Prabandham while carrying the king from Tanjavur to Tiruvarur. The Vishnu Palaki Seva Prabandha has goddess Lakshmi as the Nayika. It consists of Shobhana, Pavalimbu, Daru, Dvipada, Padva, Dhodka, Devalambu and Melukolukku. Rhetoric beauties like the Vrityanuprasa, Mukta Padagrasta, Chakanuprasa and Latanuprasa are abundant in this Nataka. Palaki Seva therefore is a kind of temple service very much popular in the district of Tanjavur. The deity is taken out in a procession followed by music and dance. A remarkable point is the description of such procession is made in elegant Telugu. The Pancharatna Prabandha gives a wonderful treatment of dance and music, in which a band of 5 artists consists of 2 dancing girls, Nattuvanar, Chenchukurvas and a servant to help the artist form the group. They visit the court of Parameshwara, and pleased with their talents in dancing, the Lord honors them. This work is very noteworthy because it consists of Ghananatya. This dance is full of jatis and korvais in different talas. The sequence of korvais, jatis, Ganapati, Kautuam, Daru, etc. present novelty to this production. It also shows a high degree of perfection to the art where Sahitya is given secondary importance and the emphasis is on the music and rhythm. Pancharatna Prabandha stands as a monumental evidence to Shahaji's proficiency in music and dance.
Vinoda Chitra Prabandha is a Mani Pravala Prabandha in which the songs are composed in Sanskrit, Marathi, Telugu and Tamil. This contains 6 acts and Shahaji himself calls it a Nataka. Shahaji is the devotee of Lord Tyagesha, whom he has conceived here as the Lord of Dance Nataraja. He dedicates the works to him for his delight, that is Vinoda. This work is also called Shankaraka Linat Samadvam Natakam. In this Nataka, a conversational bout between goddess Bhadrakali and Lord Tyagesha leads to the resurgence of the form of Lord Nataraja. Incidentally, the nature of Devanatya, Rajanatya, Desi Natya, that is heavenly, court and popular dance, becomes one of the topics of the interesting debate that goes on between Tyagesha and Bhadrakali, where both of them finally settle for Deshi Natya, since it has a wider variety of dance forms. Deshi Natya, since it has a wider. So, as you see, there is so much of the languages that are coming together, and how much contribution these Marathi rurals have made to the growth and continuous growth of the music, dance and theatre in their courts. The Darus in Shankara Kali Natya Samvadhana Natakam are presented in different ragas and talas. The Darus in Shankara Kali Natana Samvada Natakam are very unique in nature. Shahaji has composed darus which explain in detail the different types of flowers, birds, animals, society, people and such. Hence, the dancer while choreographing has opportunity to incorporate different hastas as defined in the dance texts, or even innovate new hasta abhinayas. These types of dance compositions give scope for improvement in hasta abhinaya. A daru in this natakam described 30 varieties of tala and its usages. A unique item in this nataka is called Swara Shabdartha Tala Daiva Ratna Prabandha. This is filled with jatis and swaras and is in raga todi and dhruva tala. This natakam has varieties of such songs which demand a great experience and knowledge of dance on the part of the composer and the dancer. It speaks volumes of King Shahaji's literary and music accomplishments. The term Prabandha denotes any work based on Purana or a piece of literature. A Prabandha is a composition with 4 angas, that is 4 parts, and 6 types of dhatus, that is different elements. The dhatus include swara, that is musical notes, pada, lyrics, biruda, ornamentation of the pada, pata, that is the rhythmic syllables, tata, that is the beat, and tenika, that is the words like om nam, tom nam, such. In the light of the textual knowledge, it is clear that different types of prabandhas were produced by including or omitting any of these angas or dhatus. Prabandha is a poetical composition or kavya. In this sense, the Nalayira Divya Prabandham in Tamil and Telugu Mahabharat are also referred to as Prabandha. But in the beginning of the 16th century AD, Prabandha came to mean a kavya of erotic type. It must contain varnan, that is the description of a king, a capital, the mountains, rivers, sunset, love, marriage, etc. The Prabandhas are classified as Prakyartha, where the theme is taken from an epic or Purana. Utpadya Prabandha, in which the story is the result of author's own imagination and Mishra Prabandha, where the theme is borrowed from Puranic or epic and mixed with interesting incidences born out of the author's imagination. This variety of Mishra Prabandha gained popularity during the 16th century AD. The innovation of Kriti and Kirtana replaced the old Prabandha form of musical compositions. As evidences prove, the Prabandha form was popular during the time of Shahaji, and at this point of time it denotes a set form of rhythmic musical compositions. Shahaji has invested the elements of Yakshagana into the literary form of Prabandha and thus gave plenty of scope for Natya and Nritya aspects. As mentioned earlier, the Prabandha of Shahaji is a contribution of various types of darus. For example, Vigneshwara Daru, Shringara Daru, Leela Daru, Abhinaya Daru, Jakkini Daru and such. The darus have no thematic link, and this makes the Prabandha different from the Nataka or Yakshagana, which is expected to have a single theme. Each daru is mentioned with the appropriate name of raga, tala, swarajati and sholakattu. The wide varieties of darus suitable for dance presentation abound in Shahaji's Prabandhas. Shahaji was the first composer to have composed Shringara Pada in Marathi. It is a compiled work under the name Rasika Karnamritam. He has explained vividly the Naika Lakshana and Naika Bheda in this work. I can give you a list of the Shahaji Shringara Padam. Let us mention a few of them, like Nandi Pada in Surati and Adi Tala, Navodaya Lakshana Pada in Ahiri and Adi Tala, Prauda Dhira Lakshana Pada in Begada and Atatala, and Sandesha Pada in Kambodi and Aditala, and so many such, maybe 42 varieties we have here listed of these padas. In the as we go ahead, in the context of Prabandha, pada signifies the word content of the whole composition, that is the matu. At a certain stage, pada came to denote all compositions with a meaningful sahitya, that is the dhatu. Padam in the modern parlance is so synonymous with a particular form of lyric that gives ample scope for expression of emotion. The padams of Kshetragya, that is in the 17th century, which are filled with Madhura Bhakti on Muva Gopala, depicts various types of Naika. King Shahaji seems to have been inspired by these padams. The Tyagesha pada are classified as Bhakti and are most appropriate for performing Abhinaya. Shahaji has given some of the best padas of this variety. A new format of dance was introduced by Raja Sarfoji in the name of Nirupana. They are narration of a story with vivid themes possessing all the features of a dance repertoire. Nirupana literally means the amplification of a theme. The root seems to have been from Maharashtra Kirtana, popularly known as Katha Kalakshepam. Sarfoji's Nirupana present a single theme woven into a series of 18 different types of dance compositions. The 18 types of items are Jaya Jaya, Sharanu, Alaru, Shollu, Shabda, Varnam, Pada, Swarajati, Abhinaya Pada, Tillana, are Jeeta Pada, Jakkini, Geeti, Prabandha, Triputa, Shloka Varna, Kauta, Mangala. So these are 18 composition items that figure in one Nirupana. Sarfoji was the first composer to introduce a single theme concept. All these original titles of the 18 varieties are in Sanskrit and Devanagari manuscripts. Sarfoji's Nirupana, in short, includes compositions which relate to the repertoire of the past as well as the present. An important aspect is that the composer has prescribed a single raga and a single tala for the whole series of 18 compositions. This is rather impractical, judged from the point of view of the present day connoisseur. Perhaps this was accepted by the audiences of Sarfoji's time, since the performance went through the whole night. All the Nirupans are condensed in a book by the name of Korvyache Sahityache Jina by late Acharya Parvati Kumar. This contains 16 varieties of Nirupanas, compositions based on Puranic epic and Kalpita Kathas. All the Nirupanas begin with invocatory item Jaya Jaya and end with a Mangalam. This can be danced as a solo performance. The performance conveys all features, emotions and moods of different characters. The compositions end with Saranu Daru. What is to be noted in his work is the existence of 7 different types of alaripus in different talas. The 7 sets are of the nature of ekartha, that is, particularization of a subject. Several items in the program are gradually introduced in the due course of the performance, so as to enable the audience to understand the thematic subject and succeedingly sequence by excellent exposition through gestures and abhinaya. The Nirupanas of King Sarfoji are Parvotopkyan in Yadukula Kamboji Raga and Aditala, Saripacha Dav, Kali Pitha Katha in Purvi Kalyani with Adital, Dandati Niru Nirupana in Samaraga in Adital, Mahadevi Chiri Prarthana in Shuddha Saveri and Atatal, Sakhini Naikish Shrama Nayakas Kalavun in Arabi and Sakhini Naikis Buddhivada in Pantuvarali Surafakta and Suladi in Saveri and Rupakatala. Though these Nirupanas are in Marathi language, they are set to Carnatic mode of raga and tala. Excuse me. This forms a good background for Sadi dance. The dance items present in these Nirupanas are Alaru, Shabdam, Shollu, Varnam, Padam, Tillana, Kautha, Swarajati, Jakkini and Mangalam. This type of dance performed by a solo dancer depicting or dramatizing a complete play was called Bhedyaka. If you remember the Dasharupaka, you remember the name Bhedyaka.
Apart from these Nirupanas, Sarfoji has composed Shuladi in Ragamalika and Talamalika and Salamachi Jinna Kapitha Katha in Raga Atana and Tala Aditala. This dance species explains very colorfully the various kinds of salams, salutations, Ram Ram, Namaskar, Mujras offered to Raja Sarfoji in his darbar. The method and practice of various communities of people of India and their respect to the king are vividly presented. A novel form patronized by Sarfoji too was the enactment of Kurvanji in Marathi language. His Devendra Kurvanji and Trishashti Shalaki Tirthayatra Lavani are interesting compositions. Devendra Kurvanji in the Marathi language deals with the wanderings of a Kuruva woman who describes the heroine and the qualities of the hero in melodious songs. The Kuruvanji reflects Sarfoji's in-depth knowledge of the music. The Lavani singing was popular in his time, which is of folk variety. Sarfoji authored many kathas and natakas as well. So, from this information you will understand the importance and impact of the Tanjavur Maratha kings and their dynasty of more than 600 years, how they have influenced and enhanced the growth of dance in Tanjavur, in Tamil Nadu and in India. Thank you. Namaste.